experts who are here. The first question goes to the homeopathy side. And the homeopathic solution, what is your mission in your life?
Talking about the mission of my life or a mission
as a homeopathic physician?
As a homeopathic physician. I think all are aware, especially the homeopathic students and the faculty who are here. Our first aphorism, who talks about mission of the homeopathic physician. So in all literature, starting with first is called the mission of the homeopathic physician or the physician. So as per the first aphorism as told by our founder Master Amshuman, the mission is restoration of the sickness to health. So he has not told it's cure, he has not told to remove the symptoms and so on. He said one person who comes with all the signs and symptoms, previously he was enjoying the health. So your duty as a physician is that you have to restore that sickness back to health. So that is the physician mission as per homeopathy.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Dr. M.S. Krishnamurthy, sir, would you like to resonate the same feeling? So you have got something else to add on this?
Yeah, I want to resonate the same with the legal voice. Only thing is, ultimately every individual's intention is to feel free or feel happy, peaceful, pleasureful, happy and cheerful. By all respect, it may be any of the system, our intention is to keep them happy. Only with that intention we are also, even with the Ayurvedics also.
And on this, we two are there on a common ground. Now let me ask a naturopath, as a layman, what I feel till now is that naturopaths interfere when we become unnatural. Is that true, sir?
Hello. The basic
Yes or no? Am I true?
Yes, sir.
That you will come interfere in my life when I become unnatural?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Very much. We are always there. And one of the basic principles of naturopathy beautifully explains that doctor as a teacher. Doctor, the first primary role of a doctor is to teach patients how to be healthy. Here in naturopathy, it is a drugless system of medicine. We don't prescribe the drugs, tell the patient, yes, you have to take this and come back after 15 days. No, here we are teaching the patients how to live life, how to have a healthy life. So the primary aim of a physician, the mission of a physician is doctor as a teacher. Thanks.
I will add something, sir.
Yeah, sure, sir, your question.
Actually, in Ayurveda, Sanskrit literature, there is a word for physician as bishop. Bishop means bishop, Vaidya.
Why?
Means the physician. The word bishop is related to Bhaishajya. Bhaishajya means medicine. What is the word meaning of Bhaishajya? Bhaisham roga bhayam jayati iti Bhaishajam. Bhaishajya means that which is not given as a medicine, which helps to overcome the fear of the illness is the medicine. That is why the fear of illness is more dangerous than the disease as such. Because even when we are having some issue, if we are not bothered, we are not aware of it, we never think of it. If we come to know that suffering is there, our agony increases. In that respect, I once again support his view. They are working very well, excellent in being an Ayurvedic and naturopath.
Thank you, sir. Till now we have seen whatever the opinion expressed by the experts here that we are still friends. I don't know when you are going to return force or whether you will be remaining absolutely a friend. We'll see later on in the discussion. Now let me ask you, sir, this WHO has defined health in 1984, telling that it is physical well-being, mental well-being, social well-being. By the time it came to 1991, the WHO added spiritual well-being also. Now my question to all of the panelists here, may I start with the homeopathy again, that sir, are you a physician of body or a physician of soul?
So, in the body or the soul or the mind, in a human being, we cannot replace them. In a machine, we can replace the parts, like anti-substrate, anti-substrate, and so on. But in an organism, also called in a human being, we cannot separate the things at a part separate. So when you ask about soul and the body. Again, soul, if I talk about, it may become a religious aspect or something else. Whatever it is called, what I represent soul as a life force. Something, life force within us, which governs all our function, structure, and so on. So called that life force within us is there. You may call it soul, but I don't call it soul as such, because soul is being given more meaning towards the religion, whatever it may be. But something called life force within us it is there. So when life force governs us, or life force controls us, the body and structure, then that means we cannot separate body and the soul, as you said. So as such, togetherness or holistic approach is the only the way we could deal with that regarding health system, disease system, or whatever it is.
Thank you, sir. Now, one more request is that if anyone wants to jump in the discussion from the audience also, if you can just raise the hand. And I request all the other panelists to put a question to each other. You're very well welcome for that. So now, before I will come to later on, sir, but let me ask for the MS Krishnamurthy sir. Do you believe that in this all four aspects of health, mental well-being, physical well-being, social well-being, spiritual well-being, do you, as a physician, do you touch all the four parts?
Yes. According to Ayurveda, the definition of Ayu means life is Sharirendriya Sattvatma Sanyogo Dhari Jeevitam. Sharira, Indriya, Sharira means body, Indriya means sense organs, Sattva means the mind, and Atma, that is spiritual aspect. So, Sharira, Indriya, Sattva, Atma, Sanyogo, when if they are together intact, then it is called life. Otherwise, it is not a healthy life. That is why in that respect, spiritual well-being, mental well-being, physical well-being, social well-being, all should go together. Otherwise, we can today, the people who are even at the age of 80, 90, they are in a corruption. It means they are not spiritually good. They are not mentally stable. Because we don't know what happens tomorrow, but even with that, he is doing the corruption. He is leading in the illegal aspects, unethical things. It means they are not good.
With whatever Swaraj expressed, I think anyone can claim that we are all healthy. According to some. Please raise your hand if anyone calls himself as a healthy person. No one. So I think may I call Dr. Amshuman sir, because with the natural method, how can you treat all of us?
Sir, naturopathy, as sir rightly said, it believes in the life force. We call it as vitality. The very first concept of the causation of disease according to naturopathy is lowered vitality. And in naturopathy and in yoga, it is the prana, what we call. So, naturopathy does not believe in treating the person as a physical entity. Treat the person as a whole, not H-O-L-E, W-H-O-L-E. And yoga directly hits the mind. Patanjali does not speak about the health of the body. Patanjali does not speak about the health of the soul. He directly hits the mind and tells, Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha, control your mind, and then the health establishes. So here, considering the person as a whole, and controlling the mind, there establishes a complete health, is what I could say.
Thank you, sir. But whatever the discussion which has happened till now, just now, is that most of this spirituality and being and happiness is present very well as a treasure in India. But unfortunately, we all Indians are eating the West, and we are only bothered about our body. And in the West, also most of the pharma companies are earning 70% of their income is only because of the psychiatric drugs. That's the reason, if I can tell you one more here. एक दर्द देता है हर शाम का सूरज. I don't know how many of you understand. दर्द में सबक. यही दर्द देता है हर शाम का सूरज. मगरिब की तरफ जाओगे तो डूब जाओगे. Maghrib is west. If you run towards west, you will sunset. So most of the Indian treasures are there here in eastern countries. So thank you sir for enlightening on this. Now let me take this discussion further by asking that. From this discussion, I came to know that, and everyone knows that, the common enemy of mankind is the disease. What are the instruments you have got to fight with that? Anyone can give your opinion. Anyone else?
See, everybody, that is why in the beginning itself, everybody is afraid of disease. But how disease is caused, we are aware, we are sensitized, but our sensitivity is not sufficient. For example, we say asatmendriyartha sanyoga means our senses are fetching for anything which is new things, which are not related to us. But we are very much interested, we are spending time on those things. Sharirendriya Sattvatma. Then next is Asatmendriyartha Sanyoga, Prajnaparada. We know that I am doing some mistake, but it is unavoidable. For example, spending hours together in mobile, we know that it is not of any use. Only for the technical people it is having much benefit. But in spite of that, very often once in 15 minutes at least we see. And next is there is Prajnaparada. Knowingly we are doing. We know that if I am taking something, I don't want to tell the food item, it is causing, for example, mixture I take, it will cause gastric irritation. Everybody is if we know that parota is not good, maida is not good, but why we are taking? Because others are taking. They are telling that it is very tasty. So our ultimate intention of food is not mere tasty. Taste is also left the intention, but nutrition. But nowadays, nobody is taking the food only with the intention of nutrition. That is why almost 1/3 of the diseases are originated. Then parinama, seasonal effects. Parinama is seasonal effects. We are not taking enough care regarding seasonal aspects. That is why, for example, rainy season, we know that it is a rainy season, we are going without umbrella. We know that in summer, in South Kerala, coat is not required, but instead of that we wear at evening time we will distract. We are taking some of the multivitamins and sick, for example. It is causing excess. Because we are aware that atmosphere is not permitting to wear it, or we know that we have to take sufficient water, not the cold beverages which are kept. We know that it is not quenching me sufficient, but we want the momentary pleasure. Because of these three things, the diseases are caused. Means we are having sensitivity, but we are not having sufficient sensitivity towards that. That is why probably I feel the education system, health education system, if they sensitize in this respect for the public, much can be awaited or can be benefited.
We have spoken about the causes of the plant talking about what are the instruments we are going to find.
Yes, that is why we must give the education to the public with respect to food, environment, the factors which are causing the diseases, etc. People are knowing that they are caused, but they don't know how they are caused, what way it is causing the illness, and what will be the greatness of them. They are not educated regarding that.
Anyone want to add something on this, sir?
So continuing with sir, they explained about the causes. And your question was mainly for the how to deal with it or these things are. Sir rightly said regarding the causes. When the cause is understood, then we are having choice to do what to do. So in homeopathy, we classify the disease in different way. As sir said, all the causes comes in three. One is the indisposition. I think students all know about it. Indisposition is the slight sickness with a mere some trivial cause where you may not require proper treatment. Like today you had a excessive food and because of that you are having pain at all. For that actually you don't require to have a medicine. You may have a medicine like Laxomic or so on where you have taken a excess food, fatty food or so on, you can give the treatment. But what our philosophy says that in such diseases you don't require to have a medicine. Best way of treatment or removing the disease is that if you afternoon have every meal, night you don't have. So do a fasting. I think that's what naturopathy people agree with that. So that is how to deal with such type of disease. Then when we are having a diseases which cause, directly as sir said, which affecting us internally, that is what we call our vital force, the vital energy, balances the body. So any so-called inimical forces, maybe as the atmosphere causes, maybe the food causes, maybe as the infection causes, whatever the inimical forces which affecting our vital force and makes us sick. So that is the real concept of disease what we believe in homeopathy. Maybe it is the acute nature or the chronic nature. In such cases, our master said that you give a medicine which has a role accordingly. And along with that, if it is chronic, long-term disease is there, medicine alone won't be enough. Along with that, you have to find out what are the maintaining causes in the disease. Like lifestyle disease. Simply giving, even though in the long-term disease what is there, simply giving medicine alone won't be sufficient. You have to change the lifestyle because lifestyle maintains the disease. So in such cases, we use the medicine as well as the other general management or change of the lifestyle, maybe referring to naturopath or to Ayurveda for yoga, meditation, such things, or removing that person from that environment or modifying the environment and so on. Then some other types of diseases are there which are not really caused because of inimical to the vital force and that way, or internal cause, then the disease comes out. We call the purely surgical cause. Like while walking you fell down and you fractured your leg. The role of homeopathy is less because the fracture is not because of affecting the internal vital force, then you fall and then you get a fracture. It's a purely external cause. It's not internal cause. So such external cause, when disease are caused, you have to manage with the external. Like if the person is fallen and fractured, we have to send to the carpenter. Carpenter is an orthopedic. Well, he has to correct that fall and all other things because we don't have a role here. So this is how we select our treatment in homeopathically based on types of disease and the cause of disease.
You want to add something on this?
I think I have two questions to answer. Causation of disease and what are the treatment strategies? Here, Sir Krishnamurthy sir rightly told about Prajna Parada. Do you know any character in Mahabharata that deals with this Prajna Parada? This Duryodhana. He tells, Janami dharmam nachame pravrittihi, janami adharmam nachame nivritti. I know what is right, but I don't do it. I know what is wrong, but I do it. This is what is Prajna Parada. And this is why we get into the causation of the disease. Naturopathy believes in three factors for the cause of disease. First one is lowered vitality. The prana in the body depletes, the life flows in the body depletes due to all these things. And then the abnormal composition of blood and lymph. The blood and lymph composition changes into toxic materials, and due to which there is metabolic end products accumulation in the body. So naturopathy always primarily believes the first treatment for the disease is detoxification. And how do we do this detoxification? Based on various methods. First of all, enema is the primary detoxification, where mother of all diseases is believed as constipation. Cleanse your intestine first. There starts the cure. And here the treatments of naturopathy and yoga is tailor-made based on the personalities of an individual. The traditional Chinese medicine believes there are different personalities, there are different body composition, metal body composition, wood body composition, water body composition. And yoga believes in the personalities are made up of permutations and combinations of trigunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. I may be predominant rajas, lowered sattva and moderate tamas. So we are all permutations and combinations of these trigunas and also body compositions based on the TCM. So the therapy is tailor-made based on the body composition and based on the mind. It is not only you treat the body and send away. Again, the mind is the root cause. Yoga says, Adhija Vyadhi. Any physical or non-communicable diseases in the body starts with Adhi. Adhi means mental afflictions. That is why Yoga Vasishta beautifully gives Adhija Vyadhi concept of disease. So first control your mind and then non-communicable diseases stops, because stress is the root cause of all non-communicable diseases. And sir was mentioning about the acute conditions. If I'm not wrong, about indisposition. Is it acute condition, sir?
Acute condition alone, it is a acute trivial symptom because of your lifestyle. Like I give a simple example, like your eating excessive, so you feel discomfort in your stomach, where you don't require to have a medicine. Instead that you have caused the excess food you have taken. That's why you are fasting.
So I am rightly with sir saying, if you get slight cold, slight cough, don't take medicine, because naturopathy believes acute conditions are itself the remedy for the body. Acute conditions come up, because the body wants some healing. So don't suppress these acute conditions taking synthetic materials so that you have fever, take Dolo or any other tablet and fever is gone. But fever is not the disease, it is a symptom because something has accumulated in the body. So therapies are based on the Panchamahabhuta principles. Agni, Vayu, Akasha, Prithvi, Jala. So disease is due to the imbalance in the Panchamahabhutas. So treat the person with Panchamahabhutas. So for Jala we have hydrotherapy, then fasting, then acupuncture, then color therapy, magnetotherapy, mud therapy. So these are the therapies which we use. And again yoga is all about controlling the mind and treating the mind.
I want to add something.
Yes, sir, please.
So, we are having the concept that if any of the disease is manifested, first we should understand the cause of the illness. That is called, in Ayurveda we say Nidana. Nidana means cause of the illness. First we should check it. First we should know it, we should ask him to thoroughly withdraw it or check it. Next is Shodhana. If the disease is of severe nature, according to us, Dosha Prakopa, we say Dosha Prakopa, Vata Pitta Prakopa. If Doshic vitiation is severe, higher grade, then Shodhana, first it should be evacuated through the Shodhana therapy. We are having analysis, it's called Vamana, Virechana, purgation, and as sir told, Basti is there, enema. Or if blood is involved, then we have to give the bloodletting. Various procedures are there in bloodletting. Thereafter, if any disease is of the head and neck region, then Nasya Karma arises. With these therapies, Shodhana is carried. Only when the severe aggravation is there. If even after the aggravation, if it is evacuated by Ayurvedic therapy, still when something remains, then Shamana therapy has to be adopted, or the pacificatory measures. Or if little doshas are there from the beginning, pacification measures are adopted, therefore Shamana therapies, they are once again they are classified into dosha, Shamana and the Vyadhi Shamana. Based upon the disease as such, we can give the medicine, or by seeing the doshic predominance, we can give the medicine. Thereafter, the Rasayana is there. Rasayana means rejuvenated. If once the disease is cured, thereafter there will be every chance to manifest any time, so as to prevent it or to give a better life. Rasayana, rejuvenation is true. There once again, the Rasayana, how it can be carried? Once in food, Aharaja, then some of the medicine, then Vihara, some of the habits, then from Acharaja, some of the routines, some Vicharaja, which are some of the thoughts. By all these, the medicament is carried. By that, a disease can be effectively managed.
Okay, with this discussion, I think all of you have observed that in both naturopathy and Ayurveda, they are telling that there is some reason, some focal lesion is in mind, not brain. I'm not talking about brain. We are all talking about mind. Mind is different and brain is different. And Homeopathy also agrees that the basic lesion or the source of origin of all the disease is mind or something which is immaterial. Am I right, sir? Therefore, I want to correct this.
Because surely in every illness, mind's role is there. It may be it may be anemia, it may be cancer, it may be diarrhea, because even with the cancer, they will be very strong. Even with mere anemia, just to menstrual disturbance, just by a headache, they will put the leave. Or even the
my question to you is that you are telling that. I think all of you are with me, or if you have got any other question, you can ask for that. Whatever I have understood is that you are talking about there is some causation which is lying in the mind. You all agree with this?
I am not telling that some causation, there will be influencing factor of mind is there.
Or the mind is a factor itself.
Yes, itself, or it may be an influencing factor. That is because Shariram Sattvam Anuvedete, Sattvam Cha Sharira. That is because there will be direct role of mind over the body also. That is why surely its influence will be there. It may be a minor illness or major illness.
See, if you want to correct the illness or the disease, you have to correct your mind.
Yes.
What as see that if you want to correct the mind, you are correcting the mind with the matter or the material dose of your medicine. And we don't have any homeopathic or anything with that. How do you think that this physical instrument is going to kill the metaphysical enemy which is there?
Whether I have to answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So you want to add something about that as a homeopathy?
Sir is trying to say that mind is the cause, or mind is one of the cause, and mind is where we can materialistically we cannot find what mind is or where mind is. So sir says that mind is the cause where which is invisible can be treated with the visible materialistic elements like medicine.
There will be some medicines which are having its role over the mind. Because according to Ayurveda also, because in the position itself, the Prajnaparada, what Sir emphasized, natural doctor, Prajnaparada is the reason for the disease. How the Prajnaparada is called regarding that there is a definition, which is age old, 5,000 years old definition. Dhri dhriti smriti viprashtaha karmam yat kurute ashubham prajnaparadam janiya sarva dosha prakopanaha. When dhri dhriti smriti, in the cognition ability, retention ability, if any disturbance is there, ultimately it leads to confusion. Because of the confusion, all diseases are caused. That is what is told.
Okay, now let me give you a little brief about that. The instrument what we are using to fight with our diseases as a drug or medicine. Now let me ask you, do you consider drug or medicine as a phenomenon? It's two different things, or whether two different instruments?
Already I have explained, drug and medicine are entirely two different
What is that? What is it?
according to Ayurveda. Drug, according to Ayurveda, there is a star mark. Because drug is a dravya, the substance which is having the guna and karana, a particular quality and nature. That is called dravya. Whereas we have to take out that quality from that substance by the time it becomes medicine. This is our perception. Dravya becomes aushadha only when we are taking the actual quality of a substance. For example, if a person is there who has studied science but has not taught with the medicine, only when the medicine is taught, he becomes a physician. When engineering is taught, he becomes an engineer. Therefore, it is a dravya, it is a substance. When the particular thing is taught, educated, then the person, that element it acts well. For example, say a person who has been taught medicine, he will become a physician. If at all he was taught engineering, he will be an engineer. If same is taught with the teaching, he will be a teacher. Like that is a mula dravya, a substance. But it must be educated. By the time it becomes a medicine, that is the perception of Ayurveda.
Okay, my question to all the homeopaths who are sitting here is, do you find any clarity what was the Krishnamurthy has said? How would you like to correlate with the drug and medicine here in homeopathy? Anyone? So I don't want you to be only mute spectator. You want to make some noise. Yeah.
As Sir said, mind is considered to be somewhat non-materialistic. So treating the mind with the material entity is not possible. According to homeopathy, we monetize it.
You asked a question which is related to what Sir said, and she is asking.
I will ask.
Before that, Sir's continuation of that drug and medicine. As everyone knows, Sir nicely explained. And according to homeopathy also, in the pharmacy also, what we do, drug is nothing but one substance which has the property to change whatever it is. Or as Sir said, it has a something to do. When it becomes the medicine, that same substance or drug which is there, it has a property. But that property is known properly, understood properly, and that is what we call a proving. Okay. By that drug we give to a healthy person, and after that, that person produces some symptoms which are of that drug. So that is called as a medicine. So the properties of the drug which is known, is understood, and it is prepared for the purpose of giving on the patient whenever as per the principles of different things. So I also agree with the Sir's thought, the same thing. Drug is the substance which has a property to produce some changes, and that properties which are known by our in homeopathy is called as proving. That is called as a medicine. And the same medicine which is there, generally known and kept, whenever the patient comes to you, if that law of similarity is there, and if it is given to the patient, that is called as a remedy.
You all like?
I agree with the drug is a substance that causes an alteration in the physiology and in the psychology of an individual. But here I stand different saying, medicine need not be always derived from a drug. Medicine is that which can prevent, treat or cure disease. So naturopathy is a drugless system of medicine where it prevents, treats and cures disease. So I believe medicine need not be always derived from a drug. Medicine can stand different from a drug. Your food can be your medicine.
So you wanted to
Yes.
address the question?
Yes, I will address two of the things. One is one question. Let us listen. See, when I say resort, it is an exercise. In an exercise. See, when I say resort, not only yourself, others also try that. And resort was not that. Listen. What is your delicious item? What you like more? What you like more? See, it may be sweet, it may be vegetable, whatever it may be. Coffee, okay. I will provide a Nescafe, sunrise Nescafe coffee, 1 cup. You will take, enjoy. Second time, I give you take another cup. You may take because you are liking. Third cup you can't take. Why? Which is of your liking, a substance, but that cannot be taken more and more because its effect will be done over the mind. Body is not accepting, your mind is also not accepting. Your question is, when the mind, you are telling that mind is a non-substance, how the medicine acts? That is the level how it acts. For example, if we know that some of the substances are not absorbable, it will not act. But Ayurveda says, Aharasya parama sukshmo bhavaha sa mano bhavati. The minutest portion of the food becomes the mind. Then, regarding the treatment, Ayurveda says there will be Daiva Vyapashaya, Sattva Vajaya, and Yukti Vyapashaya. Daiva Vyapashaya, for example, we know, I don't, many of you may not agree, no problem. Daiva, there is a Purva Janma Jamyati. Those who are having faith with the earlier life and next life, only they can believe on it. That if the Purva, if any sin is caused or created in earlier life, that is causing illness and that is leading to disease. That is known as Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika. So, in that case, to overcome that, how Daiva Vyapashaya Chikitsa must be carried. It may be prayer, it may be oblation, it may be very special. They have told some Taitas, Rakshas, amulets, Bali, Upavasa, Prayashchitta, so many things they have told. That is how it is treated. Then, Yukti Vyapashaya, Yukti is the medicinal preparation. And Sattva Vajaya is the way of treatment. Sattva is mind. So, maybe it is consoling. During the time of examination, if a teacher comes, hey, don't fear, it's like we have given easy question paper. A question paper will be same. Or on the day of examination, he is going to a Hanuman temple or some temple. Question paper will not change, same invigilator, same examiner, same question paper, same environment, already determined. But he is having confidence. So, that is how, that is the role of mind, role over the mind. These things are having role. So, physical substances are also having role over the mind. And surely, non-physical substances, different how meditation, consoling, all these are also having role over the mind. When the medicines are having, food is surely is having in the mind. That is why they are classified. Sattva, Sattvika Ahara, Tamasika Ahara, Rajasika Ahara, etc. Yatayamam, Gatarasam, Bhuti, Parishita, Uchitama Picha, Vindyam, Ahara, Tamasapriya. Yatayamam. Today we are everybody is taking Yatayamam, all items which are kept stored in the refrigerators. Yatayamam, Gatarasam, which has stayed. All our packed food, stayed. Gatarasam, Puti, which is having bad smell. Today we are liking various delicious food with the name Mexican food, Chinese food, etc. All are having aggressive smell. Yatayamam, Gatarasam, Puti, Pariyushitamcha, which is kept overnight. All these are Tamasika Ahara according to us. But we are following, it doesn't mean that we should not take, we should take it in limit. We should take it in limit. If we are not taking it, it is good, but we have to take it because we are not sadhakas, we are laukikas. Okay.
Anybody wants to just extend this particular discussion? Now, sir, with this thing, now as what you have told that drugs can be measured. It can be measured in weight or it can be measured in centimeters.
Yes.
But as per your statement, medicine cannot be weighed and measured, right?
Medicinal potency.
And you told that medicine is an extraction of the quality of the drug.
Yes. It is a quality of a substance, but it is totally related with the quantity of the medicine also. For example, if I am administering the Vatsanava, Aconita, a crude extract, it may be having 10 or 12 mg of its constituents. But when it is soaked in water, only few principles will come. Whereas when it is putting the alcohol, good number of principles will come. Whereas if it is mixed with the jaggery, or if it is mixed with the sugar candy, or if it is salt, it's a potency will vary.
Okay, now with this, I think almost all of the homeopaths, you understood that we are not only one who are being always accused of placebo therapy. Because you don't find any of your traces in your potency, 30 potency or 200 potency. Even sir is also agreeing with that. The moment the potency increases, the material quantity, it goes on decreasing. Am I right, sir?
Decreasing or increasing. Sometimes increasing also. For example,
Material quantity.
yeah. Because for example, material quantity will remain same according to our perception. Material, for example, say vasana, aconum, let us take aconum. It is when it is administered along with salt, its potency will be 10 times. When it is taken according to alcohol, it will be 1000 times. When it is taken along with the sugar, 100 times. That is our perception. Whereas when it is taken along with ghee, its potency is decreasing. Aconite, when it is taken along with ghee, its potency is decreasing. That is why we are purifying with some such materials. Castor oil, etc. are used for that purpose.
Anything you want to add, sir?
Sir, here the question was how drug can be affecting the mind.
In your case, your food or whatever diet you do.
See, sir rightly said about the food and the mind. You know which textbook tells that? Bhagavad Gita. Beautifully explains about what is the relationship between food and mind. What food if you take, what is the mind quality. See, one thing in a common sense we'll all understand. You eat a chocolate, will you not feel happy? Yes or no? So happiness is an emotion of the mind. So food is affecting the mind. So why can't the drug affect the mind? Is my question. Okay? So mind here, the Amrita Upanishad tells about the mind. Mind is a friend and a foe. Manohi Vivida Prokta Karanam Bandha Mokshayoho. Mind can be used as a friend to elevate myself. Mind, the same mind can be used as a foe for me to spoil myself. So mind is like a double-edged sword. You should use it very, very carefully. Okay? That is why we tell we tell patients in yogi counseling, we refer mind to a monkey mind. Monkey cannot sit in a place. There should be someone to control, and it is that buddhi that controls the mind. So mind is like a monkey mind. So yoga is all about yam, mastery over the monkey mind. Okay? So this is what is the mind concept in yoga, what we speak about. Sir.
We have already completed our 35 to 40 minutes. We want to close down. If anybody has got any question on this, you are most welcome. From the audience side, from the staff side, anyone who wants to ask. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Music therapy in yoga, we call it as nada anusandhana. Music produced from the body itself. For example, Mon chanting, then Omkara chanting, where Ahata and Anahata we call it. Ahata is chanting it outside. Anahata is chanting in mind. So the vibrations of the music, of course, have the effect on the mind. And also the vibrations of the music which you hear. So music produced by us, by our own vocal cord, and listening to music has beautiful effects over the mind and the body.
Thank you, sir. At the end, I would like to ask each one of you, after this particular discussion, what do you think, what is your opinion, that are we competitors or are we supporters of each other? Anyone can take?
Surely, there will not be any competition. Competition will not be there in between the systems. Only the systemic physicians. It has become a matter of their livelihood. It has become a business. That is how it has become a political issue. It has become industry. This has become an entrepreneurship. That is why there is a competition among the people, not among the system. That is why if we complement each other, science is benefited, we are benefited, and society is benefited. Probably with that intention, we have to move further.
So you are done.
It feels there is no competition, but also same time the competition is there. Like we compete based on offensive. So that definitely, that competition we cannot get rid of. Because the theory is the same, we are dealing with the patients the same, concepts of health, disease, everything is same. but only we vary as per our principle, as per our preparations of medicine, and as per the usage. Where in homeopathy we believe individualization. Individualization means there should be a individualization at the level of disease, individualization at the level of medicine, and individualization at the level of treatment. I feel in many places we agree with Ayurveda, Homeopathy and so on. One level I don't agree with that. At Ayurveda, there may not be individualization at the all three levels. Like concept of individualization, as Sir said earlier, as individuals are different, we have to cannot plan a same treatment for everyone. There should be different. That comes with the individualization at the level of the person. At same time, the disease also individualizations are there because we suffer with the different types of disease. As per the principle, we classify those diseases as per the so and so. Maybe Pridosha theory, we talk about mathematic theory, they also talk about Guna theory and all these things. So there will be differentiation is there. But when it is being used at the therapeutic purpose, I feel homeopathy only stands with the individualization, because if one common disease comes, if the treatment remains the same, like if the fever comes for you all, the common treatment regarding the fever will be irrespective of the person, irrespective of the disease. Like how the Alva are using paracetamol for all the fever, or in anti-inflammatory or antibiotic for the condition. That's common. But in homeopathy, at the level of treatment also, we differ at the individualization, because we are having a medicine irrespective of disease, irrespective of symptom, the fixed totality of that particular medicine is been studied. So if it is matching along with the patient, along with the disease symptom, that medicine what we are doing. So we feel at the individualization at the level of disease, medicine, and the treatment. If I am wrong, please correct me. That's what my understanding regarding the system.
Surely, partially I agree, because that is the kind of belief what people are having, or the people of other systems are having. Even we are having line of treatments for each and every disease. For example, in case of Amavata, rheumatoid arthritis, we correlate. For example, first whenever comes, whoever may be the patient, we can't give anti-inflammatory drugs. We need to give digestives, then carminatives. Thereafter anti-inflammatory drugs. Thereafter laxatives. Thereafter classification measures, etc. In this respect, it is individualistic. Line of treatment will be same, but depending on one individual, we are giving castor oil, another one is virgin cassia we are giving, another we may give Dept we are giving, another proton we are giving. Depending upon the severity of the illness, that is why we are having 10 factors to individually decide the medicine. Desham, dosham, malam, kalam, manalam, karteva, yadatvam, natava, chavastha, by depending upon these, we are having the freedom to change the medicine, but line of treatment will remain the same. For example, in this age, I have to give purgation. Then I have the freedom to choose the medicine which is up to that individual. For example, he is having poor sight. I can't give a drastic purgative. I can't give Babarkilam Tarpatam. I have to give cassia fistula. If a patient, for example, if a patient needs very good rejuvenation, I can't give him ashwagandha, it is causing constipation. I have to give amalaki, gooseberry. If a person is having getting gooseberry, even constipation, even with gooseberry, I may have to give the rose petals. That is the kind of approach what we are having.
So based on individualization, naturopathy believes in finding out the root cause of the disease. There is no use in treating the symptoms with different drugs and sending the patient out. So root cause of the disease for individual are different. I may get fever due to increased toxicity in the body. The other person may get fever due to over workload, physical workload. So finding the root cause of the disease and treating the root cause of the disease is where we have to stand with individualization. And coming to the next question, are we competitors or do we complement? We are both, sir. We are both. We are competitors when we come to the aspect of uplifting our system. Of course, I compete with you telling, yes, you have so many research papers, I have to do so many research papers. Yes, you are earning more, even I have to earn more. We are competitors when it comes to the uplifting of the system between the physicians. But students, remember, we always complement when it comes to the patient level. Because it is not important, the system is not important when it comes to the patient level. What is useful for the patient, we have to do. I cannot tell, I can cure all my diseases, all the diseases of the patient using naturopathy. No, I have to take help of other systems of medicine. Because if I have to give my own example, when my mother was affected with COVID-19, her SpO2 was coming down. I had to take help of Ayurveda because I didn't believe in sending her to COVID care center where they'll not show her face, something happens, nobody is okay. So I kept her in home, I took help of Ayurveda. And coming to my personal case, when I was affected with ichthyosis, skin disorders, where I could not find any remedy in my high school. How many of you know Rajesh Dixit? Yes. Rajesh Dixit was in Bangalore that time. My father took to Rajesh Dixit. He gave me just a homeopathy oral drops, 7 rupees homeopathy oral drops. Within 1 week I was cured. So it is not the system that is important when it comes to the patient level. It is the patient is important, the health of the patient is important. And naturopathy beautifully reverses diabetes. We are all in reversing diabetes in naturopathy and yoga. So we are both competitors and complementers. And naturopathy is a very, very easy system to get integrated in all other systems of medicine. If you go to Limhans today, there is yoga center. If you go to HCG Cancer Hospital, there is a yoga center, naturopathy center. If you go to Jayadeva, there is a yoga and naturopathy center. So naturopathy, since it is a drugless system of medicine, we can integrate with any system of medicine for that matter. So this is what I wanted to write.
Thank you, sir.
That is why, sir, for this purpose, our authorities of our NCH also added yoga as a syllabus, the compulsory syllabus in our homeopathic syllabus also. And there was a proposal previously drafted MES that there was an exam in yoga, this thing was there. But with this thing, the protest from the National Commission and other people, they said that if it has been taught, then what is remaining to all people? So that's why examination is removed. Otherwise, yoga is the subject. That is why some of our students feel that morning you have to get up and become compulsory because of people are not available at PUC level to teach. Not because of that. It is the part of our syllabus. And Kirti sir has put actually as a yoga as a part of our syllabus. So that is been continued. So that means we are brothers each other. Like as brothers of the same, even sometimes twins also differ in some qualities. So that's why we differ in a minor way. Otherwise we are complementing and we have to complement.
Sir, at last I would tell, all the systems of medicine are like sisters of the same mother, Indian system of medicine. We are all sisters. If sisters are in harmony, then patient health is in harmony. If we fight against each other, then the health of the population is going better. This is what I want to say.
If sisters are united, the brother will be in danger.
So with this note, I thank all of you and see that the healthy sign of a life is that we should have a difference of opinion. The difference of opinion doesn't mean that we are opponents to each other. So after this discussion, I leave the decision to all of you. फैसला जो भी हो मंजूर होना चाहिए. फैसला जो भी हो मंजूर होना चाहिए. मोहब्बत हो या जंग हो भरपूर होना चाहिए. शाखों से टूट जाए, शाखों से टूट जाए वो पत्ते नहीं हैं हम. शाखों से टूट जाए वो पत्ते नहीं हैं हम. आंधियों से कहो औकात में रहें. थैंक यू वेरी मच.